Hi everybody, welcome to another video here at Abraham's Table Farm. I'm here in the greenhouse, and as you can see, there's a lot of green stuff still in here waiting to get outside. As you know from previous videos, this has been one of the coldest, slowest springs that we can remember, and it's backed up a lot of things here in the greenhouse. This week, it did take a turn for the better, and we were able to get a lot of things out into the garden, which was really exciting. But generally speaking, the season is behind, and it has slowed everything down. Things like the chickens, which are normally on pasture in April, haven't gotten out yet. It's just been too wet and too cold. We're thinking early next week they should move out, and that will be really exciting, but they haven't yet. The garden, while it is getting slowly caught up, is still a little bit up behind, and some of the things that were put out earlier on in the season have really struggled in the cold weather. One thing that is ahead, though, is all the plantings that we did in our high tunnels. I've showed you them in previous videos, and I'll show you them again today, but we do have a bunch of greens coming on board, and this is really early for a lot of those greens in unheated high tunnels. In fact, we'll be harvesting some this week to put into the winter shares. People who have been with us throughout the winter are going to get some of those early greens, which is really exciting. They're fresh, they taste great, and it's a really welcome change from the more limp salad mix that you can get in the grocery stores. So we're really excited for those greens. There's arugula, there's some lettuce mixes coming on, there's some spinach, and some of those might even be available in the store. If you want to place an order for some of those fresh greens, you can go ahead and do that this week. But yeah, some really early greens thanks to some experimentation and some pushing the limits in those high tunnels. A lot of things backed up, but some progress being made. So let's go see what everything looks like and how things are playing out in this very cold, slow April. Let's go see. This bed of arugula is one of the earliest, fastest growing greens, and it's been planted in this high tunnel, so we were able to get a really good early start on it. It's looking great, and we're even able to harvest some of it for eating recently on the farm and for sale this week. So if you want some super fresh, super nutritious, super early greens, go ahead into our store and you can order those now. Winter shares, you guys will be getting those in your shares this week, which is pretty exciting. Radishes are looking good. This is a fresh planting of pak choy that's looking good. Another planting out here got hit by some really cold nights and kind of zapped. It probably will not be surviving. You can see that some of the plants did struggle with the cold. Even these ones under the cover did get snapped on some of their leaves and are struggling. But most of the things we've planted are under these covers and are doing okay. And there's more greens out there, though you can hardly see them. The garlic is looking really good, freshly cultivated and thriving in these cold conditions. And chives. These chives are doing awesome in the cold weather. And we're setting up some perennial beds for flowers here, setting out stakes and string to form beds, compost, everything ready for some permanent flower beds here on the farm. Here are the chicks in the brooder. As you can see, they are not little cute yellow guys anymore. They're growing up really fast, as they always do. And they've got a lot of their true white feathers, which is great. It means they can go out onto pasture pretty soon. Once they get their full white feathers, they can regulate their temperature better, and they're able to be out in a less protected environment. But right now, we've got a propane heater for them, especially at night, and they all huddle under there comfortably. During the day, they got plenty of space to run around, flap their wings, and play. And the laying hens are also doing well. Afternoon feeding, Sam is collecting eggs from the nest box. These birds are doing great, eager to get outside, of course, but we've delayed it just a few more days until it dries out on pasture. Pretty soon, they'll be out there though. So that's it. It's still cold and damp spring weather, but things are warming up a little bit. more things out in the field and slowly crawling towards summer. It's exciting that we have some greens in the store now, and that's an early win for us. And we are managing to stay pretty close to schedule and keep most of the work done. So it should be good when the weather finally does turn. We don't feel like we're entirely behind or swamped with things to catch up on. But it's just kind of been a struggle this spring, and we're trying to keep our spirits up and keep plugging away, doing what we can when the weather allows, and hopefully it'll turn for the better soon. One thing that has been particularly slow is the CSA signups, and we really need you guys to sign up, tell your friends, help us spread the word and get those out. We've heard from a lot of farms that it seems like CSA signups are slower ever since COVID. We think probably because a lot of door delivery options sprang up during that time. And for whatever reason, small farmers like us have been struggling to get our customers and get our signups that we need each spring. So if you can help by telling your friends, spreading the word, and helping us just get those signups, that would be great. We do appreciate everyone who has already signed up and supported us in that way. And we are just moving forward with the season, putting plants in the ground, getting ready for those big harvests, and we need you guys to sign up to get that food all year long. So if you've signed up, thanks. And if you haven't, go ahead and do that now in our store. Check on our website and tell your friends about us. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for supporting our work, and thanks for eating really good food. We appreciate that. It helps us to keep going and keep plugging away out here in the garden and on the pasture. Thanks for watching.